Okay.
Hello, good morning. Before we start our interview, let me introduce myself first. My name is Raziqa Zakyla Zikra, but you can call me Chika. I am a student in Sultan Agong Islamic University, majoring in English literature. So you can introduce yourself first.
Hiya, my name is Mulyana Ajamian. I'm Indonesian citizen, live in UK for the last 22 years, and I have a UK permanent residence permit.
Okay. So you are an immigrant in England, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think we can start our interview. I will ask some questions. You just answer the questions, okay?
Of course.
Okay. First question I want to ask. What is the national culture in England that you know? Have you ever participated in it?
Oh, in what terms? In kind of what terms you're talking about cultural? Because English culture is so very wide. English culture is a mix of every culture in the world. We do have, goodness me, we do have Indian culture that mix into English. We have African, we have Caribbeans, we have Asians, we have every culture under the sun that mix into British culture. So what culture you specify
Uh,
you
I
want to know?
I think like in Indonesia we celebrate our Independence Day with a ceremony. Maybe in England there some ceremony or celebration for anything.
Okay, we do have St. George Day. That St. George Day is English, kind of English Day, St. George Day. Also, we have St. Patrick Day. St. Patrick Day is more like Irish culture things, and we celebrate that. And we also have, well, in Manchester, I live in Manchester, we have Manchester Day. We celebrate everything about Manchester. Goodness me, what else? Yeah, I think we don't really into certain day celebrating things. It's all about mix everything together. It's not specific like in Indonesia Independent Day because we don't have Independent Day. In
Yeah.
England, we colonized people, we English colonized people. Never, kind of, there is no Independent Day in England because there is no Independence Day. They're always independence.
Yeah, I see. And have you ever participated in it?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, not participate as of organizing it, but we went to watch it. Like, I don't know, Manchester Day, Manchester Day, Pride Day, for example. Pride Day is like for LGBTQs, gay people, and things like that. That is very big celebration, the whole UK and all over. End of summer normally. Good celebrations. Yeah, participating in the term of organizing it, nope, I've never done that. Participating in term of watching it, yes, I do. I like it. I love it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, you are an immigrant, right? And
Yep.
do immigrants bring their culture when living in there? What kind of culture do they
Absolutely.
carry? Or
Oh, of course.
do you have an immigrant association to celebrate something?
Yeah, of course. Goodness me. Yeah, it's a very big cultural respects for people in England. For example, Hindu from India, they have their Diwali celebrations. Diwali celebration, goodness me, it's everywhere in the country. It's a big, massive things, big, massive things. And Muslim, for example, come from Middle East. They bring their Eid day. Oh my God, they Eid days celebrations, especially in specified kind of area where the Muslim people live. That is big, massive things. As they even sometimes block some roads to have celebrations. Ah, that's big things. It's big things for Muslim people. That. Also, yeah, Indonesian people, we do have our little community, because not many Indonesian people in England, of course, but we do have our little community. We have our little, for example, 17th of August celebrations, Eid Day celebration, things like that. Personally, I've never participated on Indonesian culture bits, but I've seen it. I've seen it. But yeah, talking about bringing your old culture is a massive thing. Another massive things in England is all over the country is Caribbean festival.
Oh yeah,
It's a
yeah.
big things. Caribbean festival. Oh, good, lovely, massive food and drinks and musics and dance and kind of things like that. But yeah, we are so proud. Every culture has their pride in themselves. Like I am Indonesian. I'm proud to be Indonesian. Some people become, from Pakistan, India, Caribbean. They proudly say, I am Caribbean, I am Indian, I'm African, because we have the same respect for wherever you come from. We are, in the end of the day, same human being. Doesn't matter where you come from.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Okay. About music in England, what do you think about music in England? Is there anything special about the music genre in England, or from the lyrics of the song, or anything?
I don't. I'm not really at this moment in time. Well, I'm from older generations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands up. I'm not young anymore. I'm not young and hip. And I'm from older generation. So I'm not 100% sure what the young generation listen to tell you the truth.
Mhm.
But it's a load of kind of, when I do go out, I said when I do go out, which is must be sometimes once in 3 4 months. Once in 3 to 4 months, I go on a night out, and in a club must depend where you're going to, but load of kind of hip hops, salsa, Caribbeans, that kind of styles, that kind of style. But yeah, depend where you're going, really. Depend what venue you're going to. So to be honest, I'm not 100% sure about music genre at this moment in time, because I'm not really listening to much music, am I?
Okay, that's okay. And how about scholars or artists from England, especially for classic literature? Because I'm English literature, right? And do you
Okay.
know one of them, or do you have favorite singer or novelist from there?
Novelist.
Yeah.
Um, well, my daughter said about music Oasis, because we come from Manchester. Well, never mind about that. That's Manchester for you. Anyway, literature. Literature. How am I gonna say it? I like. Oh well, I have watched and read kind of. Ah, it's few of them I like, but I don't know. I like modern. Like Freya. But again, I don't know. I don't know about classic. I'm not really into classics. Great Expectations, quite good. And who's Charles Dickens? Great Expectations, quite good. Um, what's it called? The other one, uh, Jane Austen's quite good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and also the Bronte sisters, very good. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
love the Bronte sisters. Emily Bronte, something like that. Bronte sisters, very good. Wuthering Heights, very good. Um, and what else? Yeah, go on, it's quite good. Oh yeah, Jane
J.K.
Austen's.
Rowling, maybe.
Pardon?
J.K. Rowling, maybe.
J.K. Rowling is a classic. No, it's modern. Surely, J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter. Harry Potter can't be classic already. They're only modern, are they? Are they
Okay.
classic? Oh, you know what I like as well? Agatha Christie's.
Oh, yeah.
Poirot. I know, sound very old now, am I? Poirot, I
Okay.
like Poirot. Poirot, I like it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's so fun. But other than that, I read modern literature. Like at the moment in time, this is what I'm reading.
Wow. What?
What you write, dear? My daughters read something like this. I'll show you what my daughter read. I'm gonna show you.
Oh,
And this is my daughter reading this at this moment in time, and this is what she read at the moment.
oh, that's cool. The
Yeah,
woman you like.
it's yeah, the woman who lied and the lights we lost. So it's kind of yeah. We on holiday, so we just read something easy, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
But yeah, something like that.
Okay. Uh, I
Yeah.
know that England have two government systems, and I want to know what is the difference between two government systems in England?
Labor and Tory. My goodness me. Now it's Labor and Tory. All right. Labor. How are we gonna decide this? Labor is like more like for people, isn't it? Labor, they talk about more about for people's like for NHS, for people lower class like us. They mostly come from lower class people. The government who represents a people from lower class like us, we're talking about NHS, we're talking about roads, we're talking about school meal for the children's, and we're talking about I don't know, rubbish removals, school fundings, care home. Oh, that's another thing. Care homes. What else we're talking about with labor? Foster children's, foster cares. Yeah, care home for the elderly, something like that. That's labor. Yeah. Oh, mental health service. That's a big one as well. While Tory, a Tory or conservative, mostly they come from upper class. They talk about business tax and how we tax the poor people. The Tory mostly talk about how they tax the business, how we gather the tax and how we spend, the tax money and where they're gonna go. International business, tourisms, and arts, culture, and things like that. They're more kind of refined upper class, Tory, conservative. Mostly they come from, yeah, they mostly come from upper class, isn't it? While labor mostly from lower class. But they most, yeah, I think they important, both of them important in the society because they need both balance. In the upper class needs representative and lower class need representative. It just sometimes they clash. But that's life is. Everything clash. Right, left, south, north, they all clash. One thing or the other.
Okay. And about education in England, how about education in there? What distinguishes education in England from other countries, maybe?
Okay, that's another thing I know. My daughter or my children, both of them, 8 years ago, they both went to international school in Indonesia for 1 year. And we went back to England. So I do know the difference between Indonesian's international school or Indonesian school and British. In my opinion, in England, the children's allowed to express themselves. They allowed to be individuals. They allowed to think for themselves. We kind of make them think what the difference between here. Just because the teacher says so doesn't mean everybody have to agree. We allowed to challenge what the teacher said. In Indonesia, in my own opinions from 8 years ago, it's more like you have to revise everything and the teacher have the absolute word,
Yeah.
and you have to memorize things, and it's not to be individual, but you have to be collective people, which is, to me, we all different. We should be different. We should be proud to be different. So after 1 year in Indonesia, in international school for my daughter, I think I prefer for them to go to England to study, just because I like my daughter to be individual, my children to be individuals, and they're not afraid to voice their opinions. They're not afraid to challenge their teacher. If they think their teacher have different opinion than her, the teacher should respect that child have a different opinion. For example, simple things. My children many times challenge their teacher about religions. I know in this country, if you challenge somebody about religions, educations, you get told off. In England, we just accept it that my daughter have different opinion about religions, because everybody have different opinions. I would
Yeah.
never say to my daughter, "Oh, Islam is the best. You have to be the Muslim, the good Muslim." No. So does in England, because England is Christian country, doesn't mean Christian is the best. My daughter allowed to challenge that opinion. My daughter allowed to challenge the history of Christian, the history of Muslim. So I like that the respects. We all have different opinion. We all different.
Yeah.
And I like that. While in Indonesia, it's kind of the teacher is have the absolute say. And I'm sorry, we all human. We don't know everything,
Yeah,
and
I
I don't
agree with
like that.
that. I agree with that. I
Yeah.
really agree.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
last but not least, I want to know, do you have any recommendation places to visit when you go to England, or especially in Manchester,
Oh,
because you live in Manchester?
Manchester.
Yeah.
Anyway, just because I live in Manchester, I like Manchester because first is history. Manchester have everything people wanted. Firstly, Manchester is second city from London.
Yeah.
Just after London is Manchester. You have to visit because we have a history of course, the industrial revolutions. We produce things, we produce everything, literally invent things in Manchester. And we have sports, of course, this capital sport of England, of course. We are the world, actually, in fact. Yeah, we are capital of sport of the world.
Wow.
We have a music venue, cultures. We are massive in Manchester, and the town itself is small, but it's big. If you know what I mean, the town itself is small. For example, from one side of town to the next side of town, it's gonna take you around about maximum half an hour walking, isn't it? But it's compact, but it's big. It's so much going on. So much going on. We also have BBC, of course. BBC
Of
is
course. Yeah.
headquartered in Manchester, and that's a beautiful place. Of course, that's Manchester. Anyway, stop about Manchester. If you like history,
Mhm.
go to Chester,
Okay.
because that's all the way back to 2000 years ago, Roman times. And also go to York. York is beautiful, of course. I'm not going to promote London because everybody knows about London.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
Liverpool for arts. Liverpool, Liverpool is quite good. It's compact, it's small, but it's load about cultural things. If you prefer nice culture, like Beatles and things like that, culture is quite nice. They have quite good tour bus run
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool. Uh, Edinburgh is lovely.
Okay.
Edinburgh, Lake District, if you like nature.
Mm-hmm.
Love Lake District, nature and things like that. Yeah, definitely Lake District. Oh yeah, that's in my opinion. London, load of things to do. I love London, but only for one night. I don't like crowded place. I don't like
Yeah.
pollution. Nah, I'm not big fans of London. Same like I'm not big fans of Jakarta.
That's
It's capital
okay.
city. They're dirty.
Yeah.
It's dirty.
I see.
This is my view. This is what I love. I'll show you. Okay, I'm gonna turn the video around. How I'm gonna turn my videos around? All right. I'm gonna show you. This is my view in my now. That is
Wow,
my view.
that's
And
so
this is what I
beautiful.
like. Understand what I mean? That's something I like about
Yeah.
views. So there you are. I don't like crowded. I don't like pollutions.
Mhm.
I like peace and quiet.
Yeah. Okay. I think my questions are enough for this interview. I want to thank so much for Miss Nana to help
It's
me.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I could help you.
Yeah. Because
So when are you
it's
coming
so,
to England?
I don't know, maybe next year, maybe.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, I'm so glad I could help.
Okay, I will stop this recording first.
Okay.